tell us about the new Hoplo Rabbitry barns.
Well, it's not done yet.
I know, but where are we right now?
Well, we just painted everything. Got the first coat of paint on it.
Wait, I can't hear you. I was trying to see the paint. It's kind of dark out here, so.
Yeah, it's green. It's beautiful.
Well, I meant that it was hard to see because it's dark.
I had to get 5 more gallons of paint, and I went up and told the lady what kind of paint I wanted, and I needed to be forest green. And she says, "Well, I don't know what that is." I said, "Well, forest green is a color. We don't have a forest green." I said, "Well, when you order metal, it says this color is forest green. I need the color of that metal, that forest green color." She looked at me. She said, "I'll be right back." And she come back. She said, "You'll have to go pick out the green you want." I was like, "Okay." So I went over and I pulled 3 of the little color thingies, and I took them over there and I said, "Whichever one matches that forest green metal the closest." And that's what she gave me. She probably just went eeny, meeny, miny, mo, because I was being so difficult.
You see they've got the chicken wire running all on the inside so far. They don't have it run on the outside yet. And on the other side against the back fence, you can see the railroad ties. They're going to go up on top of the chicken wire on the outside to keep things from digging in to get the rabbits, because this is a very secluded area. And the dogs do patrol back here, but they also patrol the sheep and other things. And I don't think they sleep back here in this little cove. So worries about nighttime predators getting in, trying to address all those. So how is all this wiring working?
Well, in here, it's been over, it comes out from here, and we put an extra layer up, and we'll be putting little crimps and stuff in here to hold all this together, and it will tighten it up a lot once we crimp it together.
Well, I'm super excited. Gonna use regular old J-clips that you would use on your cages, and J-clip these 2 pieces of chicken wire together so that they'll be secure and tight. And when the ones on the other side are also J-clipped, it'll be much tougher for anything climbish to get through those.
And then the outside, there'll be chicken wire that we bent like this, that will go to the outside, and then we'll roll the cross ties over on top of it.
Oh, there are cross ties laying out there ready to come in. And they'll be on the outside because they've got stuff we don't want the rabbits chewing on.
Well, we don't want anything from the outside coming in, and we don't want anything from the inside going out.
Yeah, but the cross ties, we decided had a whole bunch of stuff that...
Oh yeah, we didn't want the rabbits to be exposed to the cross ties. That is correct.
Well, there'll be concrete block holding this down along the edges so that they cannot get that chicken wire lifted up off the ground to dig underneath it. Because right now, some of these places, if they just felt like it, they just stick their little nose up under there and go right on through to the other side. So there will be the chicken wire on the outside, chicken wire on the inside, and it will be held down on both sides. So it will be nice and secure. That's the plan. Rabbits are small, rabbits are sneaky, and they will always find a way that you never thought could be possible. What you looking at?
We've still got to put the ends on.
So they went ahead and put the deer net on up here to keep wet birds from sneaking in the...
Yeah, but we still have the end pieces that have to go on.
So are they going to be in the way of the net?
No, I think they're going to incorporate it. No, I
Okay,
don't think. We're going to incorporate it right into the tie-ins.
Okay.
And give it some added security and strength. We've got these 2x4s going back and forth there to kind of give the walls some more strength. Also, when we put the cloth over, we got something to attach it to.
Oh yeah, because we didn't have anything at the top of the wire. There's more deer netting that go across the sides and across the top. And as time goes on, this chicken wire will be worked more into the ground. And when they do dig, they'll dig out in the middle. And I'd like to put some climbing areas and digging areas out in the middle so that the rabbits will play in the middle of the barn and not be tempted to be digging around the edges of the barn where we don't want them. There have been lots of suggestions as to the kinds of things that we can put down the middle. I've seen just hills of dirt. Some people get an old dead tree that's kind of hollow in the middle. Most of these trees are pretty skinny, so if we cut down one of these trees, we basically would be chopping it up and making a little something out of it. It doesn't have to be anything specific because the rabbits, oh, Keaton would freak out if he found you, lovely. I don't think I can even focus on you unless I can get my finger right next to you. Focus. There we go. There's the lovely spider. She's not too big. Hee hee. I'm not a spider expert, and this is the bottom side of the spider, so I don't even know what the back side looks like. And she's just hanging in her little web. Doesn't seem bothered by me at all. Blowing in the breeze. Might fence off this little tree and let it grow up through for some more shade. I'll have to see how that goes. It might just tear the netting right off when it gets too tall. We might just let it grow up and keep it topped a few feet off the ground so that it will provide some shade and they can't chew on it, but it won't keep going up and ruin the roof. That's a good idea. I'm glad I just thought of that. I don't know that there are any other tree-looking creatures out here. Mostly just we. Oh, there's another one. We might fence that one off too. See if we can grow another little tree. I'll have to check and make sure that that's not a poisonous tree because it will be dropping leaves and they will. Oh, is that a little froggy? Oh, hello, little hop toad. There you go. So cute. My hands smell like sheep. I had to do a little work on some of the sheep. I know you're interested probably in the exact dimensions, and while I have repeatedly been told what they were and written them down, I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head. But every time I come out here and realize how secluded and lovely and woodsy and creaturey it is out here, even though you don't see anything, you know everything's around. It makes me more convinced that I do not want to have mamas having babies out here, because I don't want snakes and rats and whatever else is out here to get in there in the nests when those little babies can't defend themselves. And I'm sure my mamas will do a good job of protecting them because they protect them against me, but you can't always protect everybody, and I don't want to have that kind of a loss. And that is an amazing colored spider. See if I can get focused on my hand again. There we go. Look at that spider. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can see the spider web well enough. I don't know if it'll stay focused on her. It's doing pretty well. She's got a beautiful spider web glowing in the sunlight. Oh, it's disappearing. It's getting too blurry.
It's coming along quite nice, actually.
How much longer do you think there is to work on it?
I think we'll be done with the main construction next week.
Next week? How exciting!
And then the water system might take us a week to install. We're going to do the whole trough thing. So we've got to build that for the whole water trough thing go the distance.
We will definitely put some test rabbits out here, some that are not show rabbits. They're not anybody's pets. They're not expensive rabbits. They're not prized breeding stock. But they're just some of the other rabbits that we have that we are either trying to sell or grow out or whatever is going on with them. We'll put them in here and see how they do. See if they find any little secret passages that we didn't check out. We'll have to have some fencing along here. We'll put some more chicken wire in here. That'll keep them from just going right through that little hole, because they will, or that little hole, because they will. And we'll have to fashion something to keep them away from these doors. Not necessarily because they can go under them, but because if they hear me unlocking it on the other side, they will run to the door, and as soon as I open it, they'll run out, because they're rabbits, and they feel like it. So we'll have to have a little entryway to keep the rabbits out. Something just low, because it will be protected. It doesn't have to go very high, because they're not gonna just go in there as a matter of course. We'll just leave it open like this. We might store some hay up in the rafters. We might build some storage shelves to store hay with the rabbits. There goes Scarlet. She's leaving without you, Gypsy. You gonna let that happen? There she goes. She's ready to be done. Can't let her leave you, can you? Can't let her leave you. There she is. Is she waiting for you? Is she waiting for you? Scarlet, we got you. Got you. Are you done? You ready to go back?